hi-hat. What do you do if you're getting too much uh, snare in your cymbal mics, your overhead cymbal mics?
I consider the overhead cymbal mics as like the drum sound, the upper head of the drum sound. The whole drum set's up there.
So there's not really mics on the cymbals.
Right. Well, yeah, right. There'll be more cymbals in those mics than anything else, but there will be the rest of the drums in there, and I'll be really happy that that happened. And so, and then I will just add the snare to it. Now, if I'm coming to a situation where I need more cymbals and there's too much snare, I will start going toward the range that the snare is whacking through the cymbals. Or I might put a compressor on the overheads and use a side chain or with an EQ so that it hits the snare. And I'll hit that down a couple 3 dB with the compression.
Do you have any changes that you make when you're doing like a bebop jazz type session where the guy's playing lightly on the cymbal?
Well, it'll all be about the level, and that would be even more. The overhead would be a bebop thing. The overheads would be most of the drum sound, then the bass drum added to it. Yeah, and then if you needed a little bit from the snare, you bring it in.
So what are your favorite overhead mics? You like to?
I mean, I love the 67s, and because of the tubes, I came across a pair of 64s, which were the tube 84s. I came across a pair of those in South Carolina, and I thought they sounded great. I like 89s on overheads too, the Neumanns. These are smaller capsules. They look like 87 Baby Brothers, and they sound wonderful. It's all just really nice, high quality condensers, and I like them as close to flat as they can be, and the Neumann feel is really great.
And how close do you get to the closest cymbal instrument with the overheads? 3 feet or 2 feet?
Oh, no. I will be about foot and a half.
Foot and a half.
Yeah.
From the nearest.
Yeah, from when I'm in over the cymbals. If a guy's using 2 cymbals, if he starts using more, then I will tend to get a little higher and less definite about an individual cymbal. If a guy's got a bunch of cymbals going around, I'm not going to put a mic on every cymbal. Yeah. I'm going to find a placement and that'll work, and maybe then do like a fill mic on the ride, because a ride is going to be very, very soft. And so the idea is to have that fill mic that you can bring in, but you wouldn't leave it in all the time. So,
what do you like for room?
Rooms, I like a nice condenser, nice large condenser microphone, and I've used 414s on rooms. I love these M49s. I just like a large condenser microphone. Though I have read about people that really like ribbons on rooms, and I'm looking forward to trying that. I'm always experimenting with room mics because that is also part of the moment in time. I mean, for the longest time, these guys were talking to me last night about somebody cutting a track and having the drummer not play the cymbals, and I'm like, that's abnormal. You know what I mean? How's this guy going to... So what is he hitting? If he's hitting, he's got to hit something, or you're telling this guy he can't hit anything. So if he's... I don't know. I just can't understand that. So when I'm dealing with rooms, I'm always trying to figure out how to get as much drum and not as much cymbal in the room. So I will try different arrangements where I'll face it away from the drums. Occasionally I've gone in figure 8 and I've put the microphones like this, whereas it's facing down and up. So I'm not looking at the kid. I'm getting a bounce off the floor and ceiling. So I'll try, it's all different. It's just one wonderful experiment. When we came in here yesterday and the assistant set up the mics in this place, I said, "Oh, what do you think? Did you like this place, sir?" And he said, "Well, I would move this one over there," and I went with that, just because it was another day. Why would I want to do it exactly like I did the last time?
But you keep yourself sensitive to whether it's
working or not. That's the point. Yeah, exactly.
If
it's not, I will change it. Yeah.
Okay, great. So can you recommend any classic recordings that you think have just perfect snare drum sound?
Geez, there's all different kinds of mine, but I love the Steely Dan stuff. I love the Steely Dan stuff. I mean, for that dry things. I mean, and then I mean, listen to insane Led Zeppelin drum sounds, and there's many, many wonderful. That's what I like about the drum kit is I really like the fact that the drums change every day. I mean, it used to really upset me. I had these things great yesterday. What happened? But you know, it's a moment in time.
You think there's some luck in there?
There is luck, and it's a moment in time. The sound of those drums is a moment in time. You know what I mean? If you're putting in Bob Clearmountain drums to cover up these things, you've lost your moment. Yeah, it's somebody else's moment in time. So that's the greatest thing about recording.